The universe is blue. The universe is blue.
Go. You're alive.
Howdy. Nice to see you, Paul. Nice to see you, Mark. Oh, is Mark there?
Mark has dropped out.
Oh no.
Oh, bugger.
Bass players left.
Well, thanks very much for anyone who's joining us to listen to our album for the first time ever, which includes us. Actually, we've not actually had a chance to listen through it all in one go, all together, for obvious reasons. So we're in the same boat as you. Feel free to chirp up with any questions and ask anything, or ask anything pertinent or impertinent as you wish. And enjoy listening to the album with us. I'm going to open some champagne, which Dave didn't want, and I do. So, hold on. Oh, bloody hell.
Hey.
There you go. Woo!
So on that note, should we do the first song?
First song. The first song is I'm a Liar.
Kiss you as you're sleeping. Head heavy with guilt we should be feeling. I could break but carry on freewheeling. No, I'm not what I seem. A variation, not a theme. Believe me when I say that I'm alive.
back in the room.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers indeed. Are you there now, Mark?
He's joining at the moment. He hasn't put his video on yet.
So, it's a long time ago that we recorded that, but I was just recalling how you had to beat your thighs in the verse, Paul, because you weren't allowed to hit the hi-hat, so you had to hit your leg instead.
Yes. And similar scenario when we recorded the video for that, which is still in the can, I believe.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Quite unusual for a band to have a drum track without any hi-hats or ride cymbals. So that was a good suggestion of yours, I think, Neil. It worked out well, I think.
I think it did as well. And
Dynamics of the song.
Mark's
Help
back.
the
You can say
dynamics
something
of
if
the
you want,
song.
Mark.
What's that?
Can you remember us recording that? It was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Sorry, I was drinking wine. What was the song?
It was. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be attentive. That was I'm a Liar. Must try harder.
Should we move on straight to it?
Okay, yeah. Actually, but I'd just like to give the mixing credit to that one, which was Tony Peretta, who made that very loud and rocky. Okay, so we're going to listen
Great
to
job,
the next
Tony.
song. The title track of the album, I Only Wanted to Make You Cry.
Heard a song with a broken beat. It went straight to my biggest feet. I didn't mind at all. There's nothing that I wanted to do. Can I make you show what you wanted to hide? I only wanted to make you cry. I only wanted to make you cry. It's not for me to make your spirit soar. That's not enough for me. I want more. I wanna take you back to the things that really touched your heart. All the things you buried so deep inside. I only wanted to make you cry. I only wanted to make you cry. To see your eyes filled with tears from the joy only. Close my eyes to know that it's hard for me to do the same. Is it wrong to want this so much? Is it vain to need to know I touched you so deep? Deep as all the other songs you always hold so dear. It could be stolen, it could be a lie. Anything to make you cry. I only wanted to make you right. I only wanted to make you right. I only wanted to make you right. I only wanted to
Okay. That's one of our softest ones ever, really, isn't it? Would you
It's
agree?
lovely.
It is quite pastoral.
Yeah.
I think we're channeling our inner Todd. That one was mixed by lovely Ian Button as well, which gives it extra pastorality.
Various people are commenting.
A lovely slice of pop, Neil, if you don't mind me saying so.
Well, I don't mind you saying that at all. Okay. Have we got any comments?
There's more comments going on YouTube
Okay.
as well, so maybe go and check the YouTube.
I don't know how the hell to do that. So
Let's do track 3.
any of you who know me know that I'm not really built for the 21st century, and also my vision's very poor. So you may just want to ask some questions, Dave.
Christine says your sound has been evolving like a good wine.
Well, thank you very much, Christine. That's a good thing to sound like, a good wine.
Colin Wakefield says very chilled number, liking it a lot.
Thanks very much, Colin Wakefield.
So there we go.
Good.
Let's move on to track 3.
Okay, this is track 3. I've forgotten what order they happen in, actually. So this is Flags. So this is one of the much more reflective ones. Goes on a lot longer, so we get to drink more in between.
I can still hear the drums and cheers, and the bells ringing in my ears, and I never sought your praise, but now let me count the ways. Wasn't looking for freedom, but didn't think it would leave so soon. I'll go back to my only friend and drink to your health again. Done with all this singing and sing songs, waiting there to forget. Flags held, fluttering and waiting. Is it too soon to say our farewells yet? If you're quiet, you can hear the sound of saints and saviors all coming down, and the ones that will really know just hold hands as they watch it go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So we were just chatting about how we did pretty much all of these tracks live, weren't we?
We were, yeah. I mean,
And it was a very pleasing.
Such a long time ago, I forget.
Yeah, but it was a very pleasing experience, wasn't it?
So the point is on that track, I think that like we were saying just a moment ago, we weren't really sure what the song was, so it was quite sort of like driving down a road you don't know. It doesn't mean you can't drive well, and we didn't crash. But you know, and we were all driving. There were no passengers.
No.
On that journey. I don't know how long I can keep this metaphor going.
It's probably been stretched to its limit, I think.
Okay, fine. But can I just say
Yeah.
that I think that some of those bass things were sort of like of the moment, you know, those sort of big sort of breath things going on, and I really enjoyed doing it.
Good. Yeah, I did as well. I should really point out that although we did it live, it was just the instrumental parts live, as opposed to the whole track, because I can't sing that well live. So I get to sing it loads and loads of times until it sounds good.
Did you say where you recorded it?
We? Well, where? We recorded it at Banana Road Studios, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
With Annie.
With Annie.
At Banana Road, sort of Erith Belvedere way.
Yeah. It's a bit of a strange name. I think that's because lots of bananas get shipped into the country from there, right? I can only assume so.
Not sure, to be fair.
Anyway, Elliot is loving flags, so thanks very much, Elliot. And who else? I saw somebody crop up on the YouTube list there, Darren, who was a voice from the past. And it's nice to have you listening in and hearing the album.
Fender Reverb still, Fender Twin still.
No, my Fender Twin, because it was playing havoc with my back, has now gone, and I use a Fender Pro Junior 3, which is much smaller and lighter.
Dave Keegan says, is that your most Gilmore-esque solo to date?
It could be my most Gilmore-esque. In fact, we're in the, I would say, the home of Gilmore, but actually the ersatz Gilmore, Dave Fowler, who plays Dave Gilmore basically in the Aussie Pink Floyd, who's hosting me for the evening, and the whole of our little streaming thing. So thanks very much, Dave. Get your tickets for Aussie Pink Floyd, and also check out his Space Potatoes album and comedy rockumentary, if you will, 2020 Rendezvous, if you want to check that out. It's very, very good. Anyway, we're going to listen to track 4, which is, hold on, Crime and Punishment, which incidentally I think is the greatest book ever written. I won't claim this is the greatest song ever written, but I'll let you be the judge of that.
We lay in the sun and watch the clouds and planes go by, taking rain and hearts away somewhere they would rather be, away from you and me. You feed me fruit from between your shining teeth. It's strange, and it's so bittersweet, like your love, red-coated seeds that twist my dreams. You trust me to be your head surrounding you, never closing down to crush your petals. I took my sentence, I celebrate my sweetest crime. If this is punishment, it never felt like doing time.
So that's quite an unusual one for us, isn't it, Paul, to have a shuffly beat? I caught you with a mouthful of crisps, haven't I?
Cashew nuts, dear. Cashew nuts.
Cashew nuts.
Sorry, I missed what you were saying.
Shuffly beat, you said, not
There's
cashew nuts.
There's a shuffly beat to that one. We don't usually have shuffly beats.
Mm.
You
Kind
can't
of
really say
like-
much more than that, can you?
Kind of skips along a little bit.
It does, doesn't it? I like that one. Good. I should really actually show to the camera the various, what are the things, media of an obsolete nature. So CDs, mini discs. Do you remember these things? As popularised by Reef. I seem to remember them advertising it. Cassettes and the perennial and still not out of date guitar plectrum. And you can get all of those from the Bandcamp site, which is tvfordogs 5. That's because this is our 5th album. .bandcamp.com. So you can go along there. So next track on the album is one we haven't played it that much in recent years live, but we've done it a fair few times, which is Heading for the Sea. And I penned the lyric to this one with my chum, the Great Hornini, whose true identity I shan't reveal unless he sends a message in and says, reveal my true identity, in which case I will. But yeah, Heading for the Sea. So a bit of a wig out, actually. This was fun, wasn't it, live? Recording this live?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, you've got to say yes to that.
Yeah, I think this was the most fun to do. Probably because we knew it best.
There we go.
She's tired of shoes. Wants the sand beneath her feet. She's tired of shells. Wants to really hear the sea. And she won't stop where land is found. A deep blue channel bears her down. She says she's heading for the sea. It's not the water leading me. She says that she can shine without the sun reflecting in her eyes.
So hold on. Somebody wanted to know if there was a specific she, and I don't recall because this is really the dim, distant past. I don't think so. I think it was a fictitious she, but the great Hornini, who shall not be named, is playing along apparently on his cajon to this. So if he has any other memories as to whether there was an actual she, then he can chirp up at some point. Elliot thinks it's an awesome solo, and I have to say, I think that's very nice of you to say so. Thank you. And Graham thinks it sounds
you should have
wicked.
indulged a bit more.
I don't think I could have indulged a bit more, could I? I think that was about as much indulgence as could be mustered.
Come on.
But rare that I would record something like that live, and it was fun to do. It was nice. So if this were to go to vinyl, or had gone to vinyl, because that's not one of the obsolete formats we've chosen to go with, then that would have been the end of side 1. And then this would be the start of side 2. And this is starting with Lead Boots, which was mixed by our man over here, Dave.
Hello.
Hello, Dave. And it then got tweaked a little bit by Tony Peretta, just to kind of make everything fit together, because this was a bit of a patchwork of an album. So there's about 5 different people who mixed various tracks on this album. But yeah, essentially this is Dave's handiwork in terms of the mix primarily.
Good dance, sir.
Yeah, I think so. This is a rocking one. So here we go.
Whatever were they thinking when they
So actually some questions to be answered. So the great Hornini has revealed himself to being the David Horn, and he said that it was something that Jan once said, Jan being an Australian friend of ours who likes the sea. So he's got a much better memory than I have. What else have we got? Dave wanted to know what the vocal treatment was, because it sounds good, not because he wants to avoid it. And interesting that you should ask that, because there's about 3 hours of video on this channel where Dave mixed the track live, and you can look back at it. In fact, maybe Dave will put up a little link to that process so you can watch it at your leisure. But I think primarily it was Waves NLS plugins on the voice. And Evelyn Anderson liked that and is applauding and sending us hearts, which is great. And Graham has got excellent ears because he could hear some ring modulation on the guitar solo. So very, very good. Well done. Top marks, Graham. Graham, incidentally, mixed Crime and Punishment. So he would have good ears.
Put the link to the mix in the comments.
Yeah, so the link to the mix will be in the comments very shortly, presumably on YouTube, but it'll probably appear on the Facebook one as well. Dave's so ahead of the game. So our next one is, I really should know actually, Little Death. This was really fun because you guys had no idea what the hell I was presenting you with at all on this one, did you? We just pretty much jammed it straight off the bat.
Yeah, I was very interested to hear the final version, having had very little inkling what was going to be happening once you'd taken everything away and worked your magic on it, Neil. So, yeah, pleased with this one. Really good.
It's fun, isn't it? And somebody, it was actually, in fact, Dave, in a review, Dave Keegan, wrote that there was a Lee-esque bass element to this, which I can only assume he means Geddy Lee and not Bruce. Because as far as I know, his bass playing wasn't too hot.
Or generally, the General Lee car from the Dukes of Hazzard.
I think the General Lee car was named after General Lee. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, but I don't know how the actual General sounded, but I know how the car sounded, and I'm hoping
when it
my
played
bass
a bass?
doesn't sound.
We should move on, shouldn't we?
Should we do that?
Let's.
Okay, so this is Little Death.
Don't understand the pictures that you paint, the secret words you say. They're all lost on me. Beyond words, there will always be a way. While we see, hear, smell, touch, taste, senses set us free. My skin, your sun, we'll speak in tongues. Your scent, my
Yeah. Okay, Dave, that is a cowbell. It's not a coconut. And we were in no way endorsing the Proud Boys with the General Lee reference there. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, who was that?
That was the
No,
person who's revealed himself to be Dave Horn, the great Hornini.
I'm just gonna, in terms of any allegiance with the Proud Boys, I'm just gonna stand down and stand by.
Yeah. Okay. And we'll get next. Oh, great mistake. So this is one of my fave ones actually. I don't know. Once again, it was pretty ad hoc, really, wasn't it? But sounds.
Have I got time? Have I got time to interject, Neil?
Yeah, you interject at will.
So our merchandise
Yeah.
has a feature which I think you neglected to mention.
Which is that?
The plectrums. I don't know. Can we see that? Can we see the plectrum right now? If you
If
look
I
closely,
speak,
don't
then I'll
don't
know the
look
camera.
too closely.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
There you go.
That's it. Apparently, if you pop that on a record player, you get one of the tracks.
You can't back that up.
It's got the. Did we not get that organised
Hello. There we go.
in the merchandise?
I'm conceptually.
I think that was my idea.
Well, that is
No,
a
there's
nice
no
idea.
hole.
You're
I
now
can't
gonna
see a
have to-
hole.
you'll
Did
have
you
to
not?
invent that.
Did you not do that?
We didn't do that. I'm sorry. I forgot to check
Right.
that box.
I think it's a very good idea. And
but-
if no one's come up with it, I'm
But I
patenting
did
it.
order a whole bunch of mini discs, which will go like hotcakes. I can tell you. But
Yeah.
Plectra,
How do you
the
play?
ple-
How do you play them? I forget.
on a mini disc player. Ask Reef.
No. Okay, I will.
Okay. Hold on. Is
All
there
right,
anything
thanks.
else to respond to? That got a nice clap of hands from Elliot as well. It's plectra, plural of plectrum. You clearly didn't do or pay enough attention to your Cambridge Latin course at school. Quintus est in hortum. God, I sound like Boris Johnson. So, what we got now? Yeah, great mistakes still, because we haven't actually played it because we've just been rambling because of your interjection.
That is number 8, isn't it?
I believe so.
Get on with it.
Yeah. Okay, well, we've got some little Latin discussion now about plurals of plectrum, and I think the debate could rage on there. Somebody's a little embarrassed and blushing from the reference to Le Petit Mort, or Little Death. It's all right, we're all adults, we can deal with that. And some nice clapping and hearts. Thank you, Evelyn. And Sharon's loving the music. This is great. Very, very nice. Thank you all for joining us listening to this, because, as I say, this is our first run through as well, listening through to the whole thing. So it's quite a surprise for us, isn't it, guys?
Yes.
Yep.
And another little surprise has just appeared on the sofa, which is the 58 Strat, which is now mine. It's a very nice donation.
I know all these songs very well.
Dave has kindly decided to give me a 58 Strat, which as a mark of admiration. So I'm going to now put it next to my not 58 Strat and see if they breed off camera. And we might end up with some kind of hybrid thing, which would be really, really nice. Mark, you look like...
Do we all get one of those?
No, well, if you were here, you could have had one.
Can't we, Dave? Come, I expect mine delivered, please, by the weekend.
Okay, you can get your Vantage guitar, or actually, what would be even worse? What would be a really happy shopper one?
Posted in little bits over the coming weeks.
Yeah, to be assembled.
I'll give him an
Yeah.
Ibanez gem.
What did you say?
Ibanez Gem is what you're getting, apparently. That's all you deserve.
Sweet.
Okay, so this is the penultimate track, and it's very short, but it's one of the most rocking ones, really, isn't it? Last Days of Rome. And
I'll just play along to this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll record this for posterity, and in a subsequent mix, we might mix you in. Okay. So.
Just because you give, defend myself by asking you, what if I find it hard to tear myself away from the dreams that were never gonna stay? It's just how it's always been, raised on meat and gasoline. It's the good about our train 100 times. It's still there 'cause I'm weak, only quit 99. Can I take bucket seats or can I drive you home? These ain't the last days of me or the last days of Rome. The game is up. I never got to play. Never thought of something new that I could say. And the young, I hope I'm not so dumb and can undo all the damage that I've done. Such a sweet and brutal scene. Just to share would be so mean. It's the good about our train 100 times. It's still there 'cause I'm weak, only quit 99. Can I take bucket seats or can I drive you home? These ain't the last days of me or the last days of Rome.
Okay, or Graham's just suggested that Mark's special gift will be a West Tone guitar. So we'll see if we can organise that, shall we? That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Thank you.
So that was the second to last track, which would make this one the last track. and it's called I Hope, and it's unfeasibly long. It's about 6 minutes or something, isn't it, Dave? How long is it?
I don't know. I can't tell till I press go.
Well, I think it's about 6 minutes, and we just kept on playing, I seem to recall. And I think I even chopped some of it out because it went on too long. But it's got a nice kind of developmental air to it, I think. So we will say goodbye afterwards. But yeah, enjoy our last track from this album. And we'd love it if you are into physical copies, if you bought a physical copy from us, or if you're of this century and you like listening to stuff, then please add this to one of your playlists and listen to it repeatedly, remembering that we get paid 0.003 of a penny every time it gets played. I think, is it that much? Something like that.
Lot.
Yeah, a lot. We get lots of money if you play this. So yeah, do stick it on your Spotify or Apple Music playlist or Deezer, or if you're one of the more I don't know what you were just saying, discerning listeners.
Copyright flag saying we're streaming copyrighted material.
It hasn't, has it?
Yeah.
Oh, we've just been told we're infringing copyright by playing this, which actually that means the algorithm's really pretty impressive. Actually, we'll probably be kicked off in a moment, so we should probably play the song. We're going to play it.
You can sleep like a child in a shallow clay lined home. Stay awake the night to keep the fur from going cold. You can tell us without flinching the ideas that you stole, and wear a badge of honor saying you don't have a soul. Though you never got a passport, you have sailed the 7 seas. Now you're showing symptoms of a terrible disease. May I suggest a course of open air beneath the trees? Do you want to be again? You only say yes, please.
And that is it. That's our album. All of it. But you're probably thinking now, I can't remember any of that. I need to listen to it again. And you'll have to wait till tomorrow morning to do that. But that's basically it. Thank you for so many really appreciative comments and amusing comments, actually. And yeah, it's really nice sharing this with you. Guys, how are you? Did you like it? Wasn't it your cup of tea?
I think I'm more of a disco man, to be honest.
That's our new direction, isn't it?
Yeah, well, mine.
Okay.
Look, that song was so melancholy. I thought it was fantastic. It just such a moody thing,
Did
and
it
I
nearly
thought it was
make
great.
you
And
weep?
I love the fade at the end. I've not heard it that mix before, so it's just that sort of fade to white. You know,
That's an Ian Button
really
mix. It is a good mix.
really
isn't it?
good.
Who
I loved
mixed
it.
that one, Neil?
Ian Button.
Right, okay. Yeah,
That was-
sounds really good.
it does, doesn't it?
Super.
Oh, somebody says that we're really, really talented, and that's really nice. Oh, it's my wife. Slightly biased there. And yeah, loads and loads of really nice comments. So thanks very much. Oh yeah, Dave wanted to know if we always intended that one to be the last track on the album, and the answer is no. I think the albums tend to sort of come out in a rather ad hoc manner, but once all the songs were there, it kind of made itself apparent that it was a contender for that. And there's another song which will go on another EP, tentatively called Delicious Leftovers, which has a similar vibe. Do you remember that one, Paul, where we did the Ringo drums, which is a track called Sweet Boy? Had a similar vibe.
Yep.
And for those interested in the vocal effect, it's putting the vocal through a rotary cabinet. Of course, not an actual rotary cabinet, because that would involve far too much effort. Oh, I'm going in and out of focus. It's a kind of one in a computer, a faux rotary cabinet, but that's what it sounded like. Somebody said it sounded like a mix between the Foo Fighters and ELO, which is a punch up I'd like to see. My money would be on Dave Grohl now that Jeff Lynne's knocking on a bit. But anyway, thanks so much. It was really, really lovely sharing it with you, and we hope that we actually get to see you in the real world and play these songs live for you. And please do stay in touch if you liked what you heard this evening, and we'll share some more music with you in the future. And also special super thanks to Dave Fowler for hosting this event on his channel, because I didn't get my crap together in terms of sorting out a YouTube channel, and also making the 21st century look like it's something that's easily navigated, as opposed to my ham-fisted attempts, which you really wouldn't want to see. Guys, anything to say?
No,
Thank you, Dave. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah,
Thanks for doing all of it.
other than thanks, Dave, and thanks to everybody for tuning in and having a listen. Yeah, really enjoyed tonight. Thank you, Dave. Thank you for everyone else.
Okay, I think that's it.
Yeah.
We'll say bye now then. Bye.
See you on stage, man.
See you.
Ta-ta.
The universe is blue.